to live righteously.
That's right. It is time for another episode of the Cultural Hall. It is, we've been doing all these point episodes, so maybe this is just 1000.0. Welcome everyone here at the Leatherbys. A big round of applause for all of you folks for being here. People who have flown up from Arizona, out from North Carolina, people driven down from Logan and all parts of Utah and the Intermountain West. A huge thank you for all of you guys being here. I'm excited for this episode. We've got surprise guests aplenty, so I'm looking forward to that. We are going to play a game of Smooch, Marry, Kill, which I'm looking forward to, and we've got a special guest here that's going to help us through that. It is a Cultural Hall family home evening, so there are a few things that we need to get out of the way first.
First is family home evening is a thing still, right?
Is that? Are we making?
My mic is not on, by the way.
There we go.
That's by design.
Are we making this a thing?
Hello.
That's correct.
You're working. Who in here, raise your hand if you think family home evening is still a thing. Raise your hand.
Yep.
Who would say it is not a thing? It is gone. It is not a thing. Okay.
All right. Now raise your hand if you feel like it's about time for family home evening.
Isn't it about
Isn't
time?
it about time?
Yeah.
All right. Now, myself here, as you're watching this or hearing my voice, Richie next to me, Verlin, the news wizard, everyone. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Oh, you're too kind. Thank you.
Molly, the Ash Ashton, here as well.
Thank you. And I brought the refreshments.
Oh, you brought the refreshments for the family home evening. Tell me a little bit about that.
I brought crumble cookies, and
Hey!
they are our crumble thins, so you don't have to feel guilty eating them because they're like not a million calories.
Well, sure. After you've tucked into a Leatherby's Sunday.
Yep.
It's a crumble thin that you want to get yourself into next.
That's
for
right.
sure.
Yep.
Whenever there's a podcast that's being recorded along the Wasatch Front, you can bet that Kurt Frankum will be there with an open mic. Welcome, Kurt Frankum from Leading Saints.
Thank you. I'm not the special guest, by the way.
No, he is not. In fact, not even special. Sorry.
Right? I'm just the guest.
It's just a guest.
God,
Well,
Just
for
a guest.
Saturday Night Live fans, he's very special,
Well,
right?
sure. He was special. If he would have worn something more than his very best sweats, I would have considered making him a more than just a guest. Welcome.
I feel judged.
Listen,
I do.
we haven't even begun yet.
Oh my
I've
gosh.
got a story.
This is
but
really a roast, isn't it?
Yeah. We're all here, and we just want you to know that you are safe and that you are loved. But this is an intervention, all right?
All right.
This is for
I'll
you.
take it.
Don't
I
worry,
need it.
my daughter was horrified that I wore a hoodie.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
So
about
much
that.
judgment. No, listen.
know.
I was gonna. Story time. Are we ready for a little story, everybody?
Yes.
In my best story voice. It was a Wednesday. President Thomas S. Monson was the prophet. The Book of Mormon musical had just opened on Broadway a few weeks prior, and we were all talking about it. When we first turned on the microphones for this show, the world was a very different place. If you walked into a chapel that day, you were settling in for a 3-hour block. You had your physical hymn book in hand, the green one that we've been using since 1985 that we can't wait to be rid of. If you were a high priest, you went to your own group where you slept comfortably. If you were an elder, you went to yours. We called ourselves Mormons freely. In fact, the I'm a Mormon campaign was in full swing with billboards in Times Square and ads on the sides of London buses. And the mission field back when we began looked very different too. Elders left at the age of 19, sisters left at 21, and they called home only twice a year, Christmas and Mother's Day. And the rest of the time you waited, refreshing that browser, hoping for that weekly email. Boys were working towards their Eagle Scout badges. Home teachers were trying to get their stats up before the end of the month, and Kurt Frankum gave them a guilt trip. The Kirtland Temple was a place we visited on church history tours, but back then it belonged to somebody else. And then the exhilaration began. First, the age dropped. Suddenly, the field was flooded with 18-year-old elders and 19-year-old sisters, and the wave was massive. Then, the mantle was passed. In 2018, President Russell M. Nelson took the helm, and the pace of change went from steady to light speed. We watched the high priests and elders combine. We saw home teaching retire, replaced by the holier, higher law of ministering, and we saw the 3-hour block trimmed to 2, giving us time back to build a home-centered, church-supported faith. We stopped saying the word Mormon and reclaimed the full name of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We saw the end of an era with the Boy Scouts. We saw temples announced in places that we never dreamed of, places like Russia India, Dubai. We saw the murals come down in the Salt Lake Temple to make room for more patrons, and we saw the historic purchase of the Kirtland Temple, bringing significant pieces of our history home. And then, of course, just recently, we've seen the age for sister missionaries drop to 18, matching the elders, a bookend to the change that started all the way back in 2012. It's been 15 years of revelation, renovation, and restoration. The pews are the same, but the church we attend today is fundamentally different, more focused, more flexible, and moving faster than ever. And through it all, we have been here on the back row, documenting the culture, the changes, and the conversations. A little story time for everyone. So we took care of refreshment, we took care of story. I don't want to be struck by lightning, so we won't have a prayer, but Kurt, you have the message.
I have the message. Do you know why Richie asked me to have the message? Because the daddy always gives the message.
That's right.
And when it comes to weekly news episodes for podcasts about LDS News, I'm the daddy. Since I am owner and operator of the longest running podcast.
Of
news.
all
Anyways,
different
but,
names, right?
Oh, don't worry, we're going to talk
can,
about...
Can we... I'm on my message.
All right. I'll
Would you
mute us.
would you boys please behave yourselves?
Or what? You're going to put us in a room?
And of course, I'm going to be self-promotional. I have my book here. It's not for sale. It's called "Is God Disappointed in Me?"
Yes.
And
It's
if
very good.
anybody in here has felt or feels that God's disappointed you, I will give you a copy of this book. Okay? You have to come approach me.
Oh.
And it's available at all Deseret Books. All right. I'm going to, this is going to be a reading rainbow type of message. I'm reading from one of my favorite books, All My Friends Are Dead. Okay? It's a picture book, so you get those in the back may have to focus here.
Make sure you show them towards the camera as well.
Okay, all my friends are dead. I'll link to, there's a YouTube video that goes through this
perfect.
as well. All my friends are dead. It shows a dinosaur. A dodo bird. All my friends are dead. Most my friends are dead. What? Oh. Now all my friends are dead. The mics don't pick up the laughter. That's why. A tree. All my friends are end tables.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh.
I was never friends with that guy, says the end table. Dang it.
Was this written in Utah?
Yeah.
No, this is. I know this is a typical FHA message, a little mediocre, but just hang with me.
Okay.
All my friends are hoaxes.
There's like 50 pages in this book, Kurt. I asked
Hang
you for
with me.
like 2 minutes
Hang
of
with
a
me.
mess. Okay.
I sort of resent that, says the Loch Ness Monster. All my friends are undead, says the zombie. All my friends are bread, says the baker.
Okay.
I have 3,284 friends. I've just never met any of them face to face, says the guy on social media. All my friends are Phil. Thanks, Doug. They're on an abandoned island. The only ship we need is a friendship. Huh, Phil?
Ooh.
Is this going to take a hard right and he murders him? And then he says
And
this
he
friend's
starts to
dead?
cry.
No.
Friendship. Friendship. We're almost there, Richie. Hang
Okay.
tight.
I think we're like halfway.
All my friends are obsolete, says the cassette tape.
Take it easy. I'm being triggered.
Yeah, you know what this feels like? This feels like Kurt got up to tell a story at 55 past the hour, and everyone is just waiting for the ending hymn. Why are we doing this?
This is why FHE died.
Okay.
My only friend has recently gone missing, says the single sock.
The plight.
Gets better, guys. Hey there, little fella, says the tree to the squirrel. Will you be my friend?
We're doing voices.
I'd rather not. Carlos told me you got mono. This is my worst day. All my friends expired on Tuesday, says the milk.
Oh.
All my friends have scurvy. Yarr.
Yarr.
All my friends are terrifying, says the clown.
Poor guy.
I have already made 2 children cry today.
Says Kurt. Oh,
All my friends are so last season, says the handbag. We're almost there.
okay,
Kind of.
good.
All my friends are dummies, says the
Oh.
ventriloquist.
Oh,
Looks at him, and then boy.
there's another blank page. Insert your own.
And then he hugs him and kisses him. He's so grateful for friendship, as we all should be. All my friends are puddles, says the snowman. All my friends are Kentucky Fried, says the chicken.
Oh, boy, that sounds good.
It does.
Please, nobody leave yet. We're
After
yeah.
party at KFC.
All your friends are delicious. Please stop buying my friends if you are just going to slowly kill them, says the houseplant.
Guilty.
All my friends are followers, says the sheep. See, he's following him.
Okay.
Where are we going? There's a good message at the end.
Okay, I'm ready. I am
We're
ready.
teed up,
waiting.
man.
I would have flipped
Anticipation.
to the end if it
None
were
of
me,
my
all right.
friends will speak to me, says the mime.
Technically not says the mime, but I got it.
Right. All my friends will be dead within 24 hours, says the housefly.
Oh, short legs.
This job makes me feel so alive, says the Grim Reaper. I know
What does
this
that
is
have to do with friendship?
Howdy, he says to Verlin.
It shaved off. I shaved it off.
Oh no.
Back to the tree as we wrap up. Dad's lessons always go long.
Yes.
They do.
Remember,
So long.
remember who the daddy is. Okay.
Remember who's your daddy. Got it. Got it.
Sometimes I feel alone. Some days are long and hard. But when I look out into the world, I'm struck by the impossible beauty of it all. Those billions of magnificent accidents that led us to where we are today, that led us to paper planes and nautilus shells and the tiny crooked smiles of children. When I think about all the small perfections of the world, I have faith that my time will come. I have faith that someday a warm light will flood over me and I will find peace. And then the lumberjack finds the tree.
This is the prequel to the Giving Tree.
And now he's at end table. I'm still not your friend.
Oh.
The end.
The end. Yes.
Yay!
I just want to put something to rest now. 1000th episode is a perfect time to do it. For if people didn't catch it, so Kurt does. There was a show, or I guess a podcast called This Week in Mormons. Recently changed their name to This Week in Latter Days. So one of the hosts that's on there, they particularly like to roast us to say that they were the original. So I
enjoyed that.
Yeah. I just want to run you through an exercise real
Okay.
quick. All right. So we have the original Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day
Gotcha.
Saints.
Uh-huh.
Saints go west,
Okay.
right? People stay in the east, and they become
The reorganized.
the reorganized
Reorganized,
church,
yes, yes,
right?
yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
Or the
And-
Strangites.
Yeah, sure. Or the Strangites, or the Temple Lot folks, any of those things, right? And then that particular group changes their name to the Community of Christ.
Gotcha. I follow. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, and be careful how you answer this question. Is the Community of Christ then the original church that Joseph Smith started? Otherwise, your claim to being the
Yeah.
longest running Mormon weekly news podcast is void. So be
Okay.
careful. So,
All right. Well.
So on the
what
one
year-
hand, this
what-
is being recorded, and we'll send it to your bishop down there in American Fork.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
As well as Matt and Melissa.
Yeah.
Still longest running.
Yeah. No, so are you going to answer it? No.
Well, I
Ladies
mean,
and gentlemen,
what
Kurt
year?
Frankham.
What year?
Kurt Frankham. Oh shoot! Your mic. Oh, your microphone. Oh, your microphone turned off. It turned off. Shoot. You guys, big round of applause for Kurt Frankham.
The man with the best sense of humor.
I love that he brought books. That's seriously hilarious to me. The sequel is, and you guys have heard me mention this before, because his first book is God Disappointed in You? The second one is Yes, Kurt, Very Much. That's the sequel he's working on writing right now. We have a special guest here. I would love it if you would please welcome to this microphone. Maybe you don't even recognize that he was here, but he is in fact our actual special guest. Everyone, please put your hands together for Richard Dutcher, who is here. I like to call him the godfather of Mormon cinema, but I think officially it's the father of Mormon cinema. The hits like Brigham City, God's Army and God's Army 2. Thanks for being here, Richard.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. I prefer Godfather. It's got a little more,
Yeah,
danger to it. So,
yeah, it's a little more.
Very Brando-esque.
It's a little
got-
watch your back.
It's got gravitas.
Yeah. Now he is going to play along with us in our Smooch, Marry, Kill game, you guys. Now here's the game for people who don't know what the setup is. You have three things, and you have to smooch one of them, you have to marry one of them, and you have to kill one of them. And so we are putting Richard Dutcher's films on the table for Smooch, Marry, Kill. You have to smooch one of them, you have to marry one of them, and kill means you never get to visit that one again. Would you like us to go first, or would you like to go first?
First
us
of all,
the
are we
movies.
doing
Give us
all,
the movies.
all the films?
So we're just doing those three. You have to pick God's Army 2, or Brigham City. One of them you have to marry, which means like that's the thing. That's the one that you could watch every day and you could be with the rest of your life. Smooch, that's like, it's nice, I like it, but not all the time. Come on. And kill is, I'm never watching that movie again.
Oh, that's going to be difficult.
I know, that's why you're here and a special guest.
If we could do all the films, it'd be easy.
Oh, sure.
There's a few I'd kill quickly, but all right.
Which
you
would
guys
you kill
go first.
quickly?
Which
I am
one would you?
curious. Yeah.
Yeah, which of your
Like-
films?
You guys go first.
Okay. I'm gonna, because I don't know yet. I'm gonna pitch to Molly.
Okay.
Have you seen God's Army 2, in Brigham City?
Yes, it's been a very long time since
Okay.
I've seen them.
Okay.
But if I had to say, I would marry Brigham City.
Oh yeah.
I love that movie. I think that's awesome. I would smooch God's Army and kill God's Army 2, and only because, well, I can't remember them very well. So I'm not very good. I just know I love Brigham City. Of the three, that was my favorite.
Okay. All right.
So
All right, Verlin, you brought this game to the Cultural Hall. What is yours?
I brought the game, but I'm going to have to admit here that that I have only seen one of the movies.
So are you going to marry it or kill it?
I'm going to marry it. I've only seen God's Army, and I thought it was phenomenal in a lot of different ways. And what I loved about it, didn't put just a happy face on everything. And I loved that because my mission was not a happy face on everything, although it was wonderful.
Yeah.
So I'll marry that one. So I'll smooch Brigham City because I need to go see it now. Molly says it's so awesome. And that just default means I kill God's Army too, but I want to go see it.
I know. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then we're coming to you, Richard. I think that I would. I think I'm going to marry God's Army, the original, groundbreaking, and literally. And we may get into this just a little bit, but like you set in motion so many filmmakers, so much of our culture being able to be seen up on the screen is because you said, hey, I bet we could do a movie like this and we don't have to make it so sugary sweet. We don't have to make it all of these things and people would come and watch it. So I think so much of culturally where we are in our interaction with cinema is due to your work with God's Army. So I would marry that one. If I could Utah marry, so I could marry two of them, I'd also do Brigham City.
Not a Las Vegas
No?
marriage.
Yeah, no, just a little quickie. No, I think I would probably then smooch Brigham City. But if, I mean, I love the storytelling in Brigham City. I love the visual. It's incredible. How many of you all have seen? By noise, make a little noise if you've seen Brigham City. Okay, yeah, all right. So about a third. Has everyone seen God's Army? Have we all? Yeah. Okay. And then God's Army 2, Electric Boogaloo. I would probably kill that one just because I have to kill one according to the game.
Yeah.
Now I would be curious with you, and we don't know anything about the making of the films and the writing of the films, so I'm hoping we can get a little insight from you on these things. Why? Let's start with which one you would kill.
Well, I want to go. I think in the spirit of Brigham Young, I'm going to marry all of them.
I love it.
All of them.
Okay. All right.
No, this is it's really hard, and I knew you were going to do this, so I was thinking kind of how I would approach this, and I was thinking So I'm just going to go artistically speaking.
Okay.
Just so not my personal affection, not my experience making the films, but purely artistically speaking.
Okay.
So the one that I would kill artistically is God's Army.
The OG.
Yeah. Because that one I had, very little money to make it with.
Yeah.
It was only my second feature film, and so that's the one that when I watch it, I love it. I absolutely love it. But there are things in it that technically I look at it and I just think, oh man, I wish I could have had another crack at that.
Sure.
So I kill that one.
Okay. He's killing God's army. All right.
And by the way, I'm kind of upset that you guys are killing States of Grace, God's Army too. That's
Sorry.
yeah. That,
I need to see
It's
it
out
again.
of pure ignorance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just need to see it again.
Yeah, these two ignorant. I just
how
killed
many of you guys have seen States of Grace, God's Army
the second
too?
one? Let me hear it. Make some noise. Second one.
All right.
Not as many. I've got the DVD. I'll let y'all borrow it. We'll just ship it back and forth.
Is it streaming?
Yeah, it's streaming on
Okay.
Amazon Prime.
Oh, perfect.
And Living Scriptures. So go do it there, and then I get paid a little bit. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it.
Okay. So
Don't take Richie's DVD.
yeah. No, I'll pass it around. It's great.
He doesn't make anything.
All right.
Yeah,
so
we want Richard to make some money.
and then pay him money. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Oh,
Just send
yeah,
him some money.
okay.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, I got the
Venmo
DVD
it.
from Richie.
Nice recovery.
Here's
$10.
$10 Venmo. Yeah, here we go.
All right. So Smooch, is that where we're headed next, Richard?
all right, Smooch would be Brigham City.
Okay.
Yeah. Smooch is Brigham City.
Now tell me why. Tell me why are we smooching and not marrying it? What's the obviously given a little description around the original God's Army, second one out of the gate. Blah 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 blah. Why are we only smooching?
Yeah, it's
Brigham City?
it's a little difficult because it's kind of like having to marry. You know, I've got two women. I have to choose one to marry, and it's a very hard decision.
They're both amazing.
They're
So
both, yeah. And
I am not saying a single word in this conversation. Just for record, Susan.
Yeah, because he knows his wife's going to listen to it for sure.
yeah, so I'd say just it's a really it's a really hard decision on that one. But
Okay.
Brigham
Okay.
City.
All right, then take us home.
And then definitely marry the one that all of you want to kill, which is States of Grace, God's Army too, because I think artistically, between the ending of Brigham City, from the moment of the reveal of who the killer is,
Spoiler: there's a killer.
there is a killer, yes, to the very last shot, I just love every second of that. I think it's artistically just exactly what I was wanting and hoping for. But there are other things earlier in the film that I felt like I could have done better. I could have executed a little bit better. And then with States of Grace, it's a little different because I feel like everything right, and the ending, I feel like the Olympics when somebody just absolutely nails the gymnast when they just bam, bam, bam. I feel like I wobbled just a tiny bit at the end, whereas the sacrament meeting ending in Brigham City, I thought just perfect.
yeah.
I stuck it. It was a 10, but the landing on States of Grace, which is why I made the film. By the way, it was like it was like 9 out of 10 for me. So that's it.
So I want to dive a little deeper, and you can certainly say, I don't want to talk about it. But I would be curious for people that follow you on social media, and whether or not guests here know whether or not I know you certainly don't attend church anymore. I don't know if you've had your name removed or not, and that's none of my business. Two questions around it. One, I'm sure that you are instrumental in a lot of younger people going on missions, or like being able to kind of reflectively look at their missions differently because of the films that you created. Is that like an odd? Is it a point of like pride? Is it weird conflict because now you find yourself not believing or not attending? Certainly, how do you engage that? Is it just
I have people sometimes ask me, it's like, are you non-Mormons? They'll say, are you ashamed of those films? And I'm like, no, absolutely not. I'm incredibly proud of the films, and because each of those films, and then Falling, which we didn't mention, which is I consider those kind of my LDS films. Each of them was made with absolute sincerity. And I was, it was actually one of the happiest times of my life because before that I'd made a romantic comedy, and then after that I made horror film and comedies and stuff. But that period of my life, I was able to. My spiritual life was informing my artistic life, and my professional life, and my artistic and professional life was informing my spiritual life, and it was like this rope that was just coming together, and each one advancing the other. And so, no, I wouldn't trade those films for anything, and I'm incredibly proud. And one of the things I'm most proud of, I'm a very devout Christian, and am very proud. All those films come out very strongly pro-Jesus, I guess you'd say.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, so I'm incredibly proud of them, yeah.
And then hearing you say that leads me to my next question, which is, and you sort of joked around about it, do you feel like there is a space now with your kind of life progression, the different things that have happened, where you started to where you are now? We see films like Heretic and some of those other things. Do you think that you are uniquely like gifted or able to tell a story sort of like that could be great for the 2026 or 2027 membership of the church because of where you've been, where you came through, and where you are now?
Oh, absolutely. In
Well,
fact,
then let's do it, Richard, for crying out loud.
let's find the money. That's been that's the problem. But no, I find myself like as much as I liked Heretic and as much as I liked, what was the Under the Banner of Heaven? Sure. Things that drive me crazy, and anybody who's around me, like within 2 hours after I've watched one of these films, is like, first I'll say, oh yeah, there's a lot of good. I always try to find the good first. But then it's like nothing irritates me more than people getting the culture wrong, getting the vocabulary wrong, getting the, because one of the things that drove me to make God's Army in the first place was there was no realistic representation of Mormons
at all.
In the media, in cinema, on television. And I felt, I was inspired by Spike Lee. That's why he went out and started making his films, because he felt like the black community was grossly misrepresented. And I felt the same way. I'd watch something where they'd show a Mormon, and it would look like some, fundamentalist evangelical. And I was like, everything was wrong. And so even now, even though we've come a long way, and I like to think that my films influenced
1,000%. There would not be a Heretic without a God's Army.
Right. Yeah. Right. And I was really proud when I watched the Book of Mormon musical, and they used the term God's Army, and I was like, yes!
Did they pay you?
They did not. Didn't even give me a free ticket. But I don't know what point I was about to make there, but I got distracted. But no, I'm...
There's a place today for something similar.
Yeah, and it bugs me, and it's like, even with like Heretic and stuff, where I'm like, why, I'm right here. Why don't you just call me, and I'll come over, and I'll hang out and eat sandwiches on your set, and I'll say, oh no, you wouldn't say it that way. You'd say it this way. And that absolutely would not happen. So just make a little change so that it's real. Because again, those films, in the gymnast metaphor that I've started here, it's like they could have landed a 10, but instead they land a 7 or a 6.5.
Well, I'm on board for a God's Army 3. So if you do a Kickstarter or something like that, now you can't just say I've got a great, not a curt 3 minutes, but tell me in 3 minutes, a legitimate 3 minutes, what that God's Army 3 might sound like.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you that.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm interested in what you think about the Heretic.
About Heretic?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved so much about it. Just so, I mean, I loved the performances. I thought were good. I loved just mixing those two worlds together. The kind of the serial killer suspense genre with kind of a religious element inserted into it. I thought that was great, and I loved the ending. I thought the ending was great. And but you talked to me. It's like you guys remember. Well, you guys don't remember when I was about to make God's Army, but I was even after that, I was very, just evangelical about we got to make movies for our culture, for our people. Now we finally have the chance. And I thought, the LDS community really kind of shot themselves in the foot after that. And I don't think it's ever matured or risen to the level that I always hoped that it would. I always felt that God's Army and Brigham City and then States of Grace and then Falling was a progression that I was hoping artistically would continue, and that by now we would have these amazingly deep and meaningful and high production value, just like, and it was always my thing. I still think the LDS community has this opportunity, and they just haven't woken up to it yet, which is. At that time, I was saying, so few filmmakers in the history of cinema have had any interest in spiritual stuff at all. Sure. And so, you get a handful of them, and a handful of movies, really, truly, even now. And I said, you know what? The LDS community, which is as big as it is, and as much as we like movies, the LDS community loves movies, unlike a lot of other religious cultures. And I said, the LDS community has the opportunity to, whenever somebody thinks about God in cinema, immediately the Mormon films would come up, and that's not what happened. It's like it was almost like after States of Grace, especially by the time Falling came out, the move came to kind of the self-mockery and the safety came in, and all the filmmakers just seemed to be wanting to make a little money in the market, and so they played it safe. The filmmakers themselves didn't seem like they were diving deep into the culture and the history and the doctrine, and so really I think it's been it's a sad missed opportunity, that maybe some Mormon filmmaker will come along and revive it, But I'm kind of, now I'm reaching out to a larger audience, to the broader Christian market, and which is now my community. Sure. But I'm an oddball in it, and but I would like to see, there are some fantastic films made in that. From that community, but I'd like to do kind of in that community what I did in the LDS community, which is just kind of elevate it and revolutionize it a bit. So that's what I'm working on.
Hands together for Richard Dutcher, everybody.
Thank you.
Can I ask him one question?
Of course.
You said you have a film you would kill. Like, of all of your films, you would kill one of them?
Oh yeah,
Which one?
it's called Evil Angel.
Okay.
It's a horror film.
Okay.
It had Ving Rhames in it, and it's a fantastic horror film. But,
And why would you kill it?
just because it kind of killed my career.
Okay.
Because
Wow.
Payback.
Because it was a good film, but all the business side went haywire, and
Okay.
And so
What is it called again?
Evil Angel.
Evil Angel.
Gonna have to put that one on the list.
Yeah, we'll look it up.
It's not on VidAngel, so you're going to have to find it somewhere else. Richard Dutcher, again, let's give him a big round of applause. You guys, we are going to take a break. When we come back in the second block, we are going to do some Ask Me Anything questions from the people that are here at the Leatherbys. Huge shout out to them. Let's do an applause as we go into the break, everybody.
Faith shows up in the small, everyday places. At Latter Day 3D Studio, we create detailed magnets from your favorite temple or powerful imagery of Christ emerging from the tomb. We also have modern ties designed to be worn to church or in the temple. Right now, listeners can take 15% off with code Cultural Hall as a thank you for supporting LDS creators. These pieces make meaningful gifts for baptisms, ordinations, or simple reminders of covenants at home, work, or worship. Visit LatterdAy3dStudio.com and use code Cultural Hall again at checkout for an extra 15% off. Latter Day 3D Studio. Faith made tangible.
All right, here in the second block of the Cultural Hall, we have asked y'all to send us Ask Me Anything questions, and we're going to rapid fire as much as we can some of these questions that people sent in. I also came up with a couple of my questions, and then we're going to open it up, so we'll kind of fourth mic it, where you can ask your question real quick. You'll tell us who you are, where you're from, ask your question, and then the four of us will go and answer that question. And you are welcome to ask us, as the game would indicate, anything. Ask us anything as far as that goes. These are the ones we know about, though, so here we go. Where do we start? Verlin asks, how do you put up with your co-hosts? Okay. No, here we go. How did you meet all of your co-hosts? Who are you dying to get on the show? And is there someone you'd love to do a follow-up with is where we'll start. I'll sort of talk about this. Everyone who comes on the Cultural Hall, it's sort of an odd connection. So we'll talk through the people that are here. Molly the Ash Ashton, her sister Megan the Mitch Mitchell. I'm trying to remember how I got connected with her.
Well, I think you were doing, maybe you still do, where you teach people how to do
that's
podcasts.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
So she was a listener of the Cultural Hall, teaching podcast classes. She started a podcast, which I don't think that she does anymore. Little Lessons podcast. Little Lessons podcast.
Yeah.
And then she was a co-host on the show for a while. Then when she became the arts director for Bluffdale City, a city here in Utah, she said, I don't have time, but my sister would love to. Thus, Molly the Ash Ashton, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, and then Verlin, you were just a listener of the show.
I was, and a friend of mine was a guest.
And tell me who that was.
That was your secret eternal parent.
Oh yeah, the sex book, and
Yeah.
he didn't want to be known as the Mormon guy who wrote the sex book, so he's like, I'm anonymous. Okay.
But he called me and he said, "Hey, I'm going to be on this podcast. Take a listen."
And did you say it's a show in podcast form?
I did. Sorry,
Okay.
it's a show in podcast form. I listened to it, and the awkwardness coming out of this man here,
Yes.
and the openness of his awkwardness just impressed me. And so I got sucked in, and I went back and listened to much of the back catalog and listened to more of it. And I was coming to town one day and said, "Hey," I just reached out to Richie, contact at the Culture Hall, and said, "Hey, can I buy you breakfast?" And we had breakfast, and it kind of went from there.
Yep. So that's Verlin and his backstory, and then Taylor, I'll let you tell it because I absolutely love the way you were like, I know you'll never let someone young be on the show because you guys are all so old.
Okay, I feel like this email that I sent has gotten a bad rap. All I was saying is
Is that you're old.
no.
and-
Okay,
I remember
I was a
it very
listener.
well. I was like, oh.
I don't, Molly. You weren't a host yet, so I
No,
wasn't talking about you.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I
He's
just,
talking
I'm
about
much
me is
younger.
what he was
I
talking
am much
about.
younger than this.
Eternally
Yes, yes,
young,
that is for
Molly.
sure.
Yes.
Yep.
there we go.
I may be more immature, but she is younger.
Yeah.
So I had been a listener for a few years, and I just wrote Richie an email, and I said, "Hey, you know, I love all the co-hosts. I love all the episodes. Have you ever thought of adding a co-host that's a little bit younger? I think it would be interesting to hear the perspective of someone who's maybe like, you know, a young single adult, someone closer to my age." And then I ended the email. I said, "P.S. If you do consider it, consider this me shamelessly throwing my hat in the ring." And I was expecting like a thank you for your consideration for your comment. We'll take that into consideration. And then he literally replied, "Okay, I'll bite. You're on the next episode." So I was like, "Oh, okay."
Here we go. And the warning when we recorded that first episode was like, hey, are you ready? Yep. 3, 2, 1. It's time for another episode of the Culture Hall. And that was how we started. And how long
Wait. Be careful. That's the way he starts every single episode. There is no preamble talk. There is
Nope.
nothing.
No.
He's like,
No.
connect in. Okay, we're off and running.
Well, usually I say something like, you good?
That's it.
And then
Are
we
you
go.
good?
Yeah.
And it's time for another episode of the Culture Hall. Something that I'm sad is not going to take place in this episode. Molly's husband, Andy, is here. I asked him to do this because if you guys aren't watching us on YouTube, it is like Where's Waldo to spot Andy. He will walk into every single episode in the background and like a deer in headlights just be like, oh, shoot, and then back out of the camera. Literally every single episode. And I tried to talk him into coming walking back behind us. He said, not tonight. You would
I'd
get
been like,
messed up.
what are you doing right now? There was one time we were in a hotel room and he was trying to like get the luggage out of the room and he's like a snake on the floor behind me. I'm like, what? What are you doing? And he's like, I mean, and he's a big guy. I mean, it was like, and I'm like, just stand up and walk. Anyway, yeah.
I'm just glad that unlike some professional Zoom meetings, I've always seen people fully clothed on our YouTube episode.
It's the least we can do.
Yeah.
This question from the Pharaoh's mom, the Pharaoh who does our Temple Ticker episodes. They come out about once a month, all about the temples of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We call her Cleopatra because she's the mother of the Pharaoh. Who is your favorite apostle, and why is it Elder Uchtdorf? Was her question.
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Oh no, this is the
right
question.
now.
Let's go.
Okay.
We're going around.
Okay.
We'll go this way, and then the next question you'll take first, and we'll go bounce. Go.
I mean, it's 100% Holland. He's just been, I feel like he's been a part of my life since I can remember my earliest memories, and every single conference talk I can listen to 100 times.
You know that he's no longer.
Well, you want a living
Yeah,
apostle?
a living apostle.
Oh, sorry about that. It's Uchtdorf.
I swear.
Well,
Sorry.
to be fair, a new one has not been named,
Well,
so
sure.
I think he's still on the list until a new
you
one's
didn't
named.
say living. I mean, I almost
That's
said.
fair, but I was so sad. I was like, has she not seen the news? That made me so sad for you. And if I would have had to tell you here, heartbreaking.
Oh, we would have been crying.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
Elder Uchtdorf.
Elder Uchtdorf.
Okay.
I love that man.
Berlin?
This is hard. It's Elder Uchtdorf
Okay.
of current living apostles, although Elder Christofferson is also a favorite of mine.
Sure.
He came and visited Raleigh, and I got to shake his hand, and I love the way he presents things. But for my money, the most loving, kind, warmest feeling I've ever had is shaking Elder Gong's hand.
Interesting.
And I think I told the story once on the Culture Hall. He came and did a YSA event out in Raleigh, and at the end we were serving ice cream, and we told him, why don't you stick around and have ice cream with us? And he said, have ice cream. I am serving the ice cream, and I'm serving every single person who comes through the line.
Love it.
And so he spoke to literally every single person that was there. It was wonderful.
That's a way to do it.
Well, and he serves ice cream sometimes. Like at the BYU game, he was
Yeah.
handing out ice cream to people. Like that's
Yeah.
fun. He
Just-
maybe started at your young
Maybe
age
so. Maybe so.
For me, I'm an Elder Eyring. That's my favorite. I like the sweet and sentimental. I probably would have been Elder Holland, but I'm an Elder Eyring. Taylor?
I'm an Elder Dorf. I know
Okay.
it's kind of basic, but he's just so like warm and inviting. It's like getting a hug every time I hear him talk. You know.
He's relatable. Like you just
Yeah.
are like, I could sit down and talk to him, and he wouldn't be like, "You're just Molly, whatever." Like he's just, yeah, I love him.
Okay. All right. Next question. If
You didn't ask us who our least favorite
Oh,
was.
I'm not going to. I'm not. Blaspheme. If you had to only have one episode of the Cultural Hall to represent what the Cultural Hall is, what would you pick?
Why am I first every time?
No, it's Taylor
No,
this
it's
time.
Taylor
Oh, good.
now.
Oh,
It's
perfect.
me.
Yep.
I would say maybe Brother Kyle's last episode. Sorry.
Yeah, it's on my
To
list.
bum
too.
everybody out, but I started listening around the time Brother Kyle was getting sick.
And for new listeners, Brother Kyle is he was a co-host that we had with us. They diagnosed him with ALS. Then they said it isn't ALS, and then it said it is ALS, and then he went downhill in a big hurry after that. Anyway, sorry.
And he was the best co-host ever.
Yeah, like I
He-
try and
he
like
held
live
me
up
in
to,
this show.
to him,
Yeah.
but and just starting listening around that time, it was just like so real and raw, which I feel like is what the Cultural Hall is. It's like a place that people can be vulnerable and kind of show a different side of their beliefs and everything. You know, no miracles.
Yeah.
Didn't believe in miracles. So yeah, I think that would be it for me.
Okay. Yeah. Good luck following that. Someone else.
Oh, that's hard.
Okay. Someone. Verlin.
Man, I have a hard time picking any one out. I listened to the latest episode today and thought, oh my gosh, that was fantastic to learn about gridiron. What was it?
The gridiron gospel.
The gridiron
about
gospel.
Football
and
in the church.
Football, not just in the church, but in all of the Christian schools, all the Christian colleges, which was cool. I have to go out and buy the book. So I love the interview episodes. Because I learned something new every time, and that's what really hooked me. Richard and I were talking about this a little bit. I personally love pushing the culture of the church and pushing the edges and helping people realize what's doctrine and fundamental versus what's culture, and we can actually be a little irreverent around it, leave it behind if we need to, and create new culture. And so those interviews help us do that.
Oh, jeez. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You didn't answer the question, though, Verlin. You have to kill
You're correct.
999 episodes. What one are you keeping?
Oh my gosh, I can't pick one. I can't. Literally, I
Well,
can't.
Okay.
That's okay.
All right, Molly.
So I
It's
first,
like choosing your favorite son. Oh wait, I only have one son. He's sitting right back there.
and he's your favorite. It's weird. There's an interview you did, and I don't even remember what his name was, but it was someone who had been excommunicated, and I think he had been a
David.
bishop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Previous to that, I listened to all the articles of news. I just love the articles of news because I love all the pieces of the news and what's going on in the culture and all of that. But that was one of the first actual interviews I listened to, and I was hooked and could not stop listening. And I just loved that he was so willing to talk about his experience and you know, his desire to come back and all of the things. And I don't know, I just really loved it. And I thought the way you interviewed him was so respectful and so great. And so, you know, he's not some big famous person or anything like that, but I just thought it was a great interview, and I have recommended that to many people to listen their first time.
Well, thank you. I think for me, if I were to say, if there was one episode that we had to keep and we had to get rid of the rest of them, so people have heard me talk about this, like quarter of the reason why we started the Culture Hall is so that I could meet Peter Breinholt, and we had him on in like episode 6.
And
then
you were
I was-
done.
And then I was like, well, that's it. But a couple things with that. One is I have appreciated the friendship that I have with Peter Breinholt, and being able to kind of check back in with him every couple of years and see and talk about his faith and my faith and all of those things. So that's part of it. The second part of it was like the completion of it, and then it was like, okay, yeah, now what are we doing? I started this to do this, but then I think the third part for me about that was it was at that time where I got an email, don't remember what it said or who it was from, but it was someone who said, you know what, I don't necessarily feel comfortable in the walls of my own church, but this is a place where I feel like I can be totally me and you are totally you with your faith, and I love that. And I went, oh, there is something more than just interviewing a musician about the Cultural Hall. So I wouldn't want to delete 1,000 episodes. That was a lot of my time, but if I had to, I think that would probably be the one that I would ask.
Can I add a small thing?
Yep.
You started talking, reminded me. One of my favorite episodes is when they surprise interview you.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
It was fantastic. If you go back and listen to that episode, that was an awesome episode. I have so many questions from it that I'm still not comfortable asking, but one day I will.
All right. Here we go. This one just for Verlin only. If there was a Cultural Hall scented candle, what would it smell like?
Oh, you've all been in the Cultural Hall.
Tell me what it smells like.
It smells like leftover potluck dinners and dust from the curtains that have been there since the building was built. And you open up the doors under the stage and pull out the tables, and there's a scent that comes with those. It's all of that put together.
Cheerios.
Yeah. Some crushed
Some
Cheerios.
saltine crackers or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can smell it.
And some sweat left over from young women's volleyball. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that it was specifically young women's volleyball. All right, Taylor, this question is for you. What is something that we have not addressed in the Cultural Hall that we need to?
Ooh. Oh wow, that's a good question. Well, you and I talked about a potential guest who's a friend of mine. I don't know where that all went.
Sure. I can tell you. It's in my email repentance. I'll get to it eventually.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So I have a friend from my mission who now has kind of taken a different spiritual path and kind of blends different faith traditions and things like that. And something that he talks about is including plant medicine in part of his like spiritual journey. So he went back to where we served our missions in Peru and did an ayahuasca trip with his wife, and they said it was like doing years of. So he has a podcast and talked about like, you know, where is the line with the word of wisdom. He did polls asking people like, you know, would plant medicine violate the word of wisdom? Would it not? And these things that are kind of not really super defined by the church. So I think that would be an interesting thing to explore, like those other aspects of spirituality, and can they uplift us? Are they damaging? I don't know, but yeah.
All right, this one's for you, Molly. The white whale guest of the Cultural Hall. Who is it? Who would you be like, oh, that's it. They got him on or her on, and that's it. Who is that person that you're like, pack it up, guys. We've got the best of the best. That was the episode.
Kalani Sataki.
Okay. Yeah. Now,
I just love him so much.
okay.
But you've got to get him and Bear Bachmeyer together.
Okay.
And then I'd be like, we're done. Like, you don't have to do anything else again.
That's it. It's
I'll
over.
listen to that one over and over.
Well, talk to your friend over there at Crumble. And
I'm
see
gonna
if he
make it
can-
happen.
Yeah, let's do it.
Between him, yeah, I think I can.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want it to end. I think it ends when Elder Oaks is on.
Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. Let's open
Or
it
President or President Uchtdorf when that happens.
up. Yeah. Well, President Uchtdorf is President Uchtdorf now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Actually, yes.
I mean, President and Prophet. Of the
President
Church.
Prophet. All right, let's open it up for questions. We'll take the first 5 questions. First 5 people that come up here and ask a question, get up here quickly. We want to make sure that we hear your question. Come on up if you've got one. And it can be for just one of us specifically, or it can be for all of us, however you want to do it. Nobody. Perfect. That's my favorite.
Someone needs to
That is-
break the ice.
Anyone but Kurt. Anyone
we
but
got
Kurt.
it. We got to
Oh,
take
we got
her.
to come all the way.
We got to take her.
Got to come all the way from the back. All the way from the back. Taylor, if you'll help him, so we can make sure we can hear his question, and then he'll ask the question. First of all, tell me your name.
Tom Willardson,
Tom Willardson. Where are you from?
Daybreak.
And how did you start listening to the Cultural Hall?
Gosh, it was during COVID.
Okay.
My question is...
Oh, hold on. Was it someone told you, hey, there's this thing, or you found it online, or?
Yeah, I think we just kind of bumped into it and fell in love with it.
Okay.
So thanks.
All right. Yeah, you bet.
So my question is, what are the pros and cons of a 1-hour block?
Ooh.
Okay. So we're making that shift to a 1 hour. All right. Who wants to take it? Anyone? Pros and cons to a 1 hour block. I already think that we're going to have a return to more activities, more structured activities in and around the church. Things probably not like road shows. I don't think we're going to see the resurgence of road shows, but I think that we're going to have to be more mindful about ward or community centered events where we can interact with each other, because we're just not doing it anymore. And it's not the only reason that people come to church, but it can be in the times when doctrinal things are hard or life is just hard. I think that it can sometimes be that community that keeps you being able to go. So I think the disadvantage then, it's a long way to get to the answer to that question. The disadvantage is I think it limits even more the amount of time that we have to be able to visit with one another. Now, if we kept it at 2 hours and every Sunday was a linger longer, I'm in. Let's do it. Let's have the one speaker. Let's have the sacrament administered. Let's do a little class, and then we sit and eat for an hour. You bet. I'll do that every week.
So I have an opinion, and it's more about children. I think kids and teenagers need to have that time at church that they're learning. I feel like my kids learned 90% of their gospel knowledge from being at church and going to primary and learning from their teachers. Like, as an adult, I'm like, give me 1 hour. I'm good. I've got this. But I feel like kids really need that. And I think if we went to 1 hour church, we just wouldn't be getting those gospel, like the meat of the gospel to, help them in their lives and get them going, because we do have home-centered church and we have Come Follow Me, but some of us who are really, really busy don't do it as well at home. So I really depend on my kids being in their Sunday school and young women's and the primary kids. I mean, I've been a primary teacher for 3.5 years, and I really have taught them everything they know, I feel like, about the Book of Mormon this last year. And I feel like they need that structure and they need that base to build their own knowledge of the gospel.
Perfect. Merlin?
Yeah, I think the positive, I'm going to make an assumption. I think the positive of 1 hour church is we're going to have a greater emphasis on the sacrament and what the sacrament really means and why we have it.
Sure.
Because there's less surrounding it. On the other hand, I think there's a couple of Elders Quorum presidents and maybe Relief Society presidents in the room.
Shout it out if you're an Elders Quorum president or Relief Society president. Yeah. Whoa. Sorry, Kurt. I know you're going to be a stake president one day. You'll be yeah. They're calling you.
He's got a call.
He's got a phone call right now. Aspire higher.
The challenge there is now with Elders Quorum just 2 times a month, I feel like we can't really build the cohesive quorum we used to be able to build. We don't have enough time to make it happen. And we can try to have activities outside of that 2 hour block, but that's taking away from family time with busy lives. And so we've started to do men-only activities once a quarter, which is great. It's taken off and people love it. But I still think that Sunday presence where people can get together. I still miss priesthood opening exercises. I think it was one of the greatest things for Aaronic priesthood.
Like OG, where
the OG,
Aaronic priesthood would sing
the
a
Aaronic
song.
priesthood would lead the music and
They'd
maybe
make
even play the
announcements.
piano.
No one would pay attention.
That's when I got to know Melchizedek priesthood holders besides my father. And so taking even more of that away, I think, is
All right,
a
Taylor,
negative.
take us home.
I can think of 2 main cons to it, and here's why it's important to have a young co-host, okay? So from a YSA ward...
Teach us, young one.
Yes. As a YSA ward attendee, I feel like the social aspect of it is so important. Sure. Like yesterday, not only did we have our 2 hours of church, but then we all went to the bishop's house last night for 2.5 hours to just hang out and keep socializing. Sure. Also, 1 hour church, if I'm running 15 minutes late, I'm probably not coming.
Sure.
Yeah.
2 hours.
25% of the church.
Yeah, 2 hour church. Okay, fine. I'm still going to be there for most of it. So, and I'm usually at least 15 minutes late. So, I would just be inactive at that point. So, yeah.
They just leave it for you in the foyer. They're like, Taylor will get here eventually. He'll go ahead and screw himself.
Yeah.
All right, 4 more questions. Hit us if you got a question. Come and ask us anything. 4 more people coming from the back.
All right.
People up close can ask questions too, but we'll take another one from the back. Taylor, help him out to be able to hear that question.
This mic here.
This mic right here. Tell me what your name is, sir.
Todd Haddon.
All right, Todd. Tell me how you found the Cultural Hall.
I'm an original.
An OG?
Wow.
Are you
Yeah.
a lifer with Pioneer stock? Listen to
all
every single one?
1,000.
Wow.
Nice job.
I think he deserves a book.
Just means that I'm, wasted my life. And,
I was just about to say, let me first of all say I'm sorry.
last month, several podcasts got a letter saying, we don't particularly like you using the word Mormon.
Oh, sure.
How has the church interacted with this podcast, and how would you like it to interact?
Ooh.
Good question.
Okay.
It's a great question.
I guess I'll take this one because
You have
I
to.
don't know that.
Yeah.
Let's give Todd a big round of applause, you guys. And where are you from, Todd? Sorry, I forgot to ask you.
Rose Park.
Rose Park, everyone. Rose Park. Okay. Yeah. So, how has the church interacted with it? I don't know that people know this, or a lot of people know this. There is a group within the church that sort of monitors all the online hubbub about the church, pro and con. So I know that at least exists and that people are aware. We are in the process right now of an interview. You guys, if you listen to the recent articles of news about the petroglyph that was stolen and then it was returned, and the work with the Shoshone Nation. So I to answer the second part of your question, when we get someone within the church, there's a lot of permissions that have to be gotten, and I wish it weren't that way. I understand why it has to be that way, but in one of the most recent kind of transactions that we have, it's like, well, do you know what questions you're going to ask? And I'm like, no, because I organically ask the questions as I go. And then it's, there's asking to be able to hear it before it publishes and make sure you stay away from A, B, C, and also the points in F. So I just wish that we could allow truth to be truth. And I wish that there wouldn't, there's some sort of fear, and I just don't think that I'm someone that should be bringing fear to the church. So I wish it would just be easier to be able to do that. I've never really had anything where we tried to get permission and then we couldn't. We've had people from the church silently on the Zoom, or in the room but not visible in the room. We've had a lot of things like that we've made concessions on. But yeah, I just wish that it would be you want to talk to an apostle? Don't be inappropriate, and you can ask him what his favorite soda beverage is, and you can kind of get some more personal things like that. But that would be the thing that I would want from the church.
Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think the church does have a list of social media and influencers, and you
Sure.
get invited to events and to
Sure.
things from the church
Yep.
As well.
Yeah, and so certainly I love that, because not being on that list lets you know, oh, geez, I must have done something along the way. But yeah, I enjoy that they do that. That used to be a little bit stronger. I think it could be even stronger now. But just the access to some people that otherwise, and maybe I understand why it can't be, but I would hope that it could be.
Has anyone from the church ever reached out and said, that was a little bit?
I mean, Kurt,
On the
after
edge.
every episode, he's like, I don't want to.
He's the proxy for the brethren. Is that what Kurt
He
said?
said he's a spy. Yeah. He's like, I don't want to be your judge in Israel, but, I was a bishop at a very young age, Kurt. Yeah. So, no, I've never had anything like that. Although you do bring up a good point. We're not in this episode, obviously, but starting with episode 1001, our articles of news, we're going to have a feature that we call This Week in Mormons. And so that's going to be every week, since that name is no longer used out in the internet. Another question, please. 3 more questions. Come on up. Yep. And then you can make your way up as well from all the way in the back. Tell me your name.
Hi. Hey, my name is Vicky.
Vicky.
How are you guys?
Great.
Hey, thanks for
Thanks
being
for
here.
coming, Vicky.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. I'm from West Jordan, before you ask. My question for you, kind of going along with what you said, Molly, is you used to have an episode or a show that was called Saints Who Sport.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the Saints Who Sport, and I found myself screaming at the people that were talking.
That may answer your
Richie,
question.
You included. It's like, that's wrong, that's
Yeah.
wrong. Any thoughts to bringing that back? And if so, would you be willing to get a
All in
co-host?
favor of Vicky
Oh,
being
yay.
Saints Who
Give
Sport?
it a try. Yes.
I
Any
would.
sustaining,
Great
any
Any
opposing
opposed?
that action?
You don't have to ask that. No one ever opposes, and then it's super
No
uncomfortable.
opposing.
I'd be
Yeah.
open to that.
We should talk about it sometime, because if we can get Kalani on, also
Yep.
a big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had Lavelle Edwards on. If you go back deep in the archives, we chatted with Lavelle
Seriously?
Edwards. Yeah,
Yeah, I better go
he
back
didn't
farther.
know who I was or care, but we did do that episode.
Well, you never played football, right?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay, well, there you go.
Thank you for even thinking I could, Vicky. I appreciate that.
I wondered.
You'd have to
Yeah.
know all the sports. Are you willing to commit to all the sports?
I know a lot of the sports.
Yeah.
My friend can attest to that. Do I know a lot of the sports?
She knows a lot of the
Yeah.
sports. Who's your friend?
My friend Kim.
Kim?
Raise
Hi,
your
Kim.
hand.
Thank
Hey,
you for
Kim.
coming.
Yeah,
Kim,
give
do
her-
you listen, or are you just along for the Sunday? It's all right if you're along. Sunday. She says 6, 7, Sunday.
She's along for the Sunday. In
She'll
fact, I had
listen
to-
when Vicky's on,
I had
though.
to share her meal so that she could have a meal and a
Oh,
Sunday.
yeah. I love it. Yeah,
We should talk about it sometime.
Send me an email, contact@theculturalhall.com, and we'll check
Will
it
you
out.
look at it sooner
More than
you
Taylor's,
looked at
yes, I
Taylor's?
promise I'll look at it
I'm
more.
older than he is, so it will sound more mature. Anyway, thanks, guys.
Yeah,
I
you bet.
appreciate it.
Vicky,
Thank you,
everybody,
Vicky.
give her a big round of applause. 2 more questions. I saw your dad come up, Taylor. Come on over here. Now, remind me your dad's name. I forgot. Carl? Carl with a K. All right, Carl with a K.
All right.
Is this? I hope you are roasting your son with this question, but
No,
whatever it is.
I saw him cringe when I raised my hand, but I thought I'd go easy on him. No, my question actually goes more generally.
Okay.
And also in reference to something you've chatted about here, and that is specifically the word Mormon. First of all, I'm not a member. I'm originally from New York. Been here 44 years, going on 45 now. And one of the first things that I learned about the culture was from actual members of the church that I work with, and they said very clearly, there's a difference between Mormons in Salt Lake and Mormons from other parts of wherever. Like I don't know if it's a cultural difference or what, but the question I have is what is the difference between how one perceives a Mormon versus an LDS, if that is the distinction? Like there seems to be like a divide there that I
Interesting.
don't quite understand.
Interesting.
Can I? I'll make one comment.
Verlin, please.
For all of the inspiration and the our prophet asking us not to use that word, I think one of the downsides is we've lost control of that word as a church. We embraced it and we actually had some influence, if not control, around it, and now we no longer have any influence. So the way I see the world looking at it is Mormon is now a cultural term, not a religious term. And so if you look at the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, or you look at any of the other things that are going on, they're Mormon adjacent. They have Mormon culture. They have some connection in some way, shape, or form. But that's a cultural definition now, not a religious definition, where now Latter-day Saint is more of a religious definition to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Molly, what do you think?
I think the people who use it in a more religious sense are the people that are a little more on the fringes of the LDS church. So someone who kind of like the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives ladies that are maybe not fully following the standards, they use it more freely. I would say myself as being a very on the straight and narrow, I don't use the term Mormon once they ask us not to. So I use LDS or Latter-day Saints, which is still, we're supposed to use the whole thing. But when I hear it used, it is more the people that are not quite as stalwart in the religion, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And I think the thing that I would say that hasn't been said before, one of the things that I don't like about it is if someone falls into an old habit and says, "Oh, I'm Mormon." Sometimes there's this sort of class thing that happens. Like if you were super righteous, you would say Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints or Latter-day Saints. Like there's this
judgment
sort of
that goes with it.
comes
Yeah.
along with it. I don't care for that. Most of the time when I use the word Mormon, it is either because in a spoken word context to say, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day, it's just so much to do. Mormon is a quicker word. And also just because I'm kind of lazy, kind of a lazy person as far as that goes. It's like a half win for Satan when I do it because he knows I shouldn't say it, but yeah. Thank you. Good question,
Cool.
Taylor.
Thank
You
you.
want to answer anything more to it? All right, we got 2 more. Is that what we got? Come on up.
Come on up.
All right, now watch out. This is my my stepmom Debbie. Gentry, if you're familiar with the musical group Gentry, Gentry's biggest fan.
Oh.
Yeah, wherever they go, she goes.
Nice.
Debbie, now before you, Murray is where she's from. Have you ever listened to an episode of the Cultural Hall?
No.
No? Okay.
Honesty. I love honesty.
Yeah, no, listen, it's
But
fine.
I'm so glad I'm here tonight. I have learned so much
Okay.
about you, Rick.
Oh.
And he's Rick to me.
Yeah.
And what you do. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank
This
you.
has just been a wonderful evening. And I really don't have a question. I kind of have a comment.
Okay.
I am a convert to the church. And so using the word Mormon after I joined the church with some of my family was a really bad word to say. It was really bad. And so when it started changing, and I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, it was just a different feeling. And so I have a grandson, we do, in Lima, Peru on a mission. And he's his own leader now. And he went to a lady's house with his companion, knocked on the door, and he said, the sister came to the door, and she was just bawling, just hysterically. And my grandson's very compassionate. And he said, "Oh, sister, what's wrong? What can I do to help?" She says, "My husband is dying. He's crying." And Andrew could hear this man crying. And Andrew was so emotional. And what can we do? And she said, "If you could say a prayer for him." So Andrew said, we could give him a priesthood blessing. We could come in. So Andrew, again, being very emotional, had a really hard time, but through the Spirit, he gave this man a blessing, and he calmed right down. The best part about it is, that was the best part.
Sure.
But the sister said, "I sure hope you aren't those Mormon boys that carry the blue book." So Andrew pulls out his blue book and says in Spanish, "I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and my testimony is in this book. I invite you to read it and pray about it." And they are now interested in the church.
That's
nice.
cool.
All right, last question. Bring us home. Come on up. Now, is this a question?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, ask us anything. Let's do it. Tell me your name.
Jenny.
Jenny, tell us how you found the Cultural Hall.
My husband's an Uber fan.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
Do you tolerate it?
No,
This guy?
no,
Jeez, how
I
many
listen to
episodes
it.
is this guy going to do?
Yeah.
Does he not?
Yeah,
No?
so we
Okay.
flew up from Gilbert, Arizona to be here.
Welcome, one of the people who flew into town for this.
So my question is for all of you. In light of like the secret Mormon lives of Mormon wives, how successful that's been. If you could create your own reality show about the culture of our church,
Okay.
what would you create? What kind of show would it be?
Okay. That's a good question. I love that question. Does anyone feel compelled to go first? Yeah, Taylor, come on up.
Go first.
You are the young one that watches reality shows.
All right. I didn't say that part. I think you could make like a Love Island-esque.
Oh, jeez.
The mutual
just pick any dating show, whatever, but more the ones where they're like living in a house together, that type of deal. About the Hillside YSA ward in Salt Lake City, not my ward.
Okay.
Where 600 people attend every Sunday. People from all over the valley go dressed to the nines because that's the ward you go to find your spouse. I think that I don't know what it would be called. I don't know if you guys have any ideas.
This is a real ward.
Yes, it is.
Ooh, I want to check it out.
Wait, you
I
wanna
don't.
Go?
I
Your
don't.
husband
No,
is
just
right
for
there.
fun.
Your husband is right there.
They would all think I was young enough to be there.
Yeah,
I'm
of
sure.
course they would.
I've never gone, just to make that
Yeah,
clear.
no,
Never gone.
you don't need
Not
to.
yet. I'm
No, you don't
trying to
need
lose
to.
a little more weight before I go to the Hillside ward.
That's interesting. I think that's a great idea.
When you were speaking, I don't know that this is my final idea, but you know how with like young single adults or mid-single adults, how many people are single here? Let me see it. Single? Yeah? Okay. Like when you go and do the single activities and you're like, oh my gosh, are we children? Why are we doing these these teenage activities?
That's my biggest gripe is like FHE is Twister or
Yeah.
Like,
Or
hate it.
We're making marshmallow guns and shooting each other in the. It's like, okay.
And why are there chaperones?
I would love it if, and I'm going to reserve the right to have another comment at the end of after hearing from the two of you, but I'd love it if It was a ward game of dodgeball, and it's men versus women, and the last man standing has to marry the last woman standing, and they just go round after round. Maybe there's a dozen of them. So we call it the quorum, the love quorum, or something like that. Quorum or quarrel, something like that, right? Not enough Q shows. But we base it solely on something ridiculous like that, marry them off, and then follow them. All right.
Okay, well, I think I have the actual real Mormon Wives show. What it would actually be, it would be the ladies who are playing pickleball and mahjong and making sourdough all day long. And perfecting the sourdough. And it would be so interesting, you know, because we'd all be at our pickleball game talking about having to go run home and stretch and fold our sourdough. And really, that is what all of the LDS ladies where I am are doing. That's what we're all doing. Anyway.
The not so secret. The very public.
Yes.
Okay. Verlin, I know you love Verlin. If you guys don't know, Verlin loves reality TV, so I'm glad he gets the last word on this.
Well, I'm going to break the rules as usual. I have two. If it was 20 years ago, the best would be men's church basketball program. And to see what the reality is there.
Oh, get to know like the teams and behind.
Oh yeah, the behind the scenes and what's really going on. And
the ringers we used to get in, where it's a guy who has no interest in the church but has Wednesday nights free.
That's
like,
right.
Yeah,
and he had to come to church once a quarter to be able to be on the team. Yeah, that one would be good. The second one that I've gained a much bigger appreciation for, I think someone needs to do a reality docuseries around Relief Society.
Ooh.
Because there are so many complex feelings around Relief Society and who goes and who doesn't go and how they see it. And I think that would be really entertaining.
That would be really good, actually. A docuseries, yeah. And where they sit in the Relief Society room. It's all very planned out.
Yep.
All right, let's take a break. We've still got the third block of the Cultural Hall coming up. Let's give a big round of applause as we make our way out. Come back in the third block of the Cultural Hall. You know, the turning of another year makes me start to think about how I have not done one of these ads for Best DJ in Utah in over a year. I'm sorry, everyone, but it means business is good. It means you should hire Best DJ in Utah. Why, that's me, and I even have people that work for me, trained by me, affordable, and travel all over. Literally all over. Going to Florida this year, for instance. And this year means 2026, not this year, which could have been several years in the past, like we've been doing. You can go to bestdjinutah.com, or you can go and find us on our Google business page. It's Best DJ in Utah. You will see that as of the recording of this, almost 700 5-star reviews. Find out what so many listeners of the Cultural Hall have already found out. I'm great at parties. I'm great in your ear holes, but I'm also great at parties. So find out if I'm available for your date. We can help you out. Weddings, baptisms, bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, funerals. I'll do a funeral. BestDJInUtah.com. Here in the third block of the Cultural Hall, this is going to be exciting. I am honored to have a meeting for the very first time. My friend Jenny Reeder from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day historical. What are you?
I'm a historian.
Historian for the church, you guys. Yeah. We are so nerdy, her and I. If you can read our Facebook message or back and forth. And did you hear that it was with his left hand and not his right hand? And we're like, oh my gosh, nerdy to anyone else. You guys are going to hear about a segment that is coming on to the Cultural Hall as soon as the church gives us permission to do so.
Right. We're just waiting for and grow.
So if it doesn't end up happening, we're going to have an email address that everyone can email and say, come on, trust them to be able to do this.
Yes.
Now, I would love it if you would tell people kind of what we told, what the segment will be about.
Yes.
And then we'll kind of tease the names that we came up with. Because you're in your team's camp.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid you're going to lose, unfortunately.
I don't care. That doesn't matter. I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, I really like mine.
Sure.
But,
I do too.
But first, can I ask, what did you call the question?
Ask
me anything.
Ask me.
Okay, for all of you, I just want to go in and over and over again. I want you to tell me someone, a woman, from 19th century women's church history. These are the first ones are going to be easy.
Well, sure, Emma Smith. Yes! Come on!
Good job. Good job. That's because I was on your show talking about
That was a great episode.
Yay.
I can't remember the other woman's he. This was a woman who was an uber supporter of the church, was never married.
Oh, Deanna Jake.
Deanna Jakes, yeah.
Good.
Also an episode of the Cultural Hall.
That's right.
Written by a man. That was a funny.
I know, he's my coworker.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
Come on.
Who wrote-
Come on. Think about it.
Who wrote In Our Lovely Deseret?
Come on.
Saints of God met. Very terrible. So now.
There we go. All right.
Okay, we're gonna go around again.
I'll go around again. Emmeline Wells.
Yes! Oh, I love. She has a good side. You only see pictures of her on one side. She shows her profile.
A woman in the church that was very impactful to my personal life.
No. It's got to be 19th century.
Yeah.
So when you were born.
Or let's say, or a general relief society of us.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm gonna, as usual, step off the plank here a little bit. I'm gonna go with Sister Marjorie Heaton.
Okay. Oh, I love her. That's a good one. Okay.
She told my wife that she could marry me.
Oh,
Person. Yeah.
nice. That's. I hope you remember that forever.
Was Chiko Okazaki ever?
She was in the
She's in the presidency. I loved her. I had a very good relationship with her when I was a teenager. Linda Burton.
Yeah. Oh wait, you've already given two.
Sorry.
Go back around.
Yeah, we got to go back around.
Hold on.
President Beck. Julie B. Beck.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. She was a previous episode of the Cultural Hall.
There you go.
Boo!
My father. That's what I was trying to think of.
Okay. She was married to both Joseph Smith and Brigham Young.
Her
brother was a prophet of the. Her brother was a prophet of the church. Eliza R. Snow.
We did. That was mine. That's sorry.
Sorry.
But that's another episode of the Culture Hall because Eliza R. Snow wrote that in what year? Oh my God.
1845.
1845.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know any more. We don't talk any more about it.
Except for like the family proclamation and the young women's theme and
essay.
Elder Holland spoke about
There was a talk.
Heavenly Mother.
But
and Elder Rendland.
Doctrinally, nothing in it.
Oh, there's church history topics essays.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, see, gospel topics essays.
Still thirsty.
The need for what we're going to talk about is so apparent. Let's put her back on the spot for one more name.
Linda Burton.
Yes,
come on.
She was my husband's best friend's mom.
Oh,
In high
she's
school.
awesome. She's awesome. So we want to start something. And then Brittany Chapman Nash, I don't know if any of you know her. She wrote the Deseret books, Let's Talk About Polygamy, and did a really good job. But she often did this in her Sunday school classes that she taught. She just asked people to list 5 Latter-day Saint women.
Yeah.
And very rarely. It was always Emma Smith,
Yes.
Eliza R. Snow, and Lucy Mack Smith, which nobody said.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you what. I love these women. I'm very passionate about them. And I have devoted my life to studying them and making their stories and words known. And they're my host. You know, you're having the host.
Yeah.
They've seen me through a lot of couples.
Yeah. And Jenny's been on the episode. We talked a little bit about her life, so get to know her a little bit more. All of the links for this, a huge shout out to Megan who puts together the show notes so that you can see and click and listen to all these different
So
episodes.
are we talking about an episode or are we
No. An ongoing feature. So the feature that we're going to launch now that we had to wait till we had 1,000 episodes under our belt so that we could do it right.
Yep.
It is going to be a women's feature, like a woman from church history is the episodes.
Yeah.
So, we've already done Emma Smith, so we'll probably just sort of forego that. But we'll say Linda Burton, who, and we talk all about her. Now, here is the fun part.
Yes.
The names.
Uh-huh.
And so we're going to get kind of a little coal from the people here because I feel very passionately about mine as you feel very passionately about yours.
Passionate about mine.
I'm going to let you go first because ladies
Good.
go first. Yes.
Because this is the best name. Let's all think about this. Hear her.
Right?
Right?
All right. The mayor would approve that.
Now here we go. Here's mine. Under the Bonnet of Heaven.
It's funny,
Yeah,
but
I will vote for that of being the most Richie title of course.
it's funny, but they're not. I don't know. They're not all 19th century.
Sure.
pioneers.
They're not. Yeah, they're not all 19th century, and
They don't wear bonnets.
Yeah, they don't
Did
wear...
you know that Eliza R. Snow actually said to one congregation, please don't wear sunbonnets because I want to see your faces. So that's a point for my...
Well, so here's a detracting point from
Okay.
Hear Her.
Okay.
Just before we started recording this part, Hear Her already taken on all of the social medias. And so to have to do like underscore or ampersand or any of that stuff, no one's doing that stuff.
Okay.
But the Cultural Hall owns Under the Bonnet of Heaven.
Okay, listen, I think we should do a little poll.
We could
Let's
go
do
for
a
a
little
yeah.
poll, and we can have people vote.
Okay.
Or make a suggestion for another one.
Yes, please. Contact at theculturalhall.com. We'll chat about it. But Jenny, once we have permission from the church, you're all in.
Yeah,
And we're
I'm all
doing it.
in.
We'll do it. Similar probably because Jenny's working on this Joseph Smith project that you can't talk about,
No,
right?
Eliza R. Snow.
Aren't you also working with
No.
the... Oh, geez.
I didn't get invited.
Oh, boo.
And that's fine.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
fine. It's
You're-
okay.
You're on the Eliza R. Snow project.
Yeah, we have a book coming out in March.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's this year. This is the first time I've said it's coming out this year. I had led a team where we tried to find all of the discourses that Eliza ever gave. So we looked through, these were kept by Relief Society secretaries and young women in primary. We looked through every minute book where she could have visited. And so that's like 1,500 minute books.
Jeez.
And we found almost 1,300.
Wow.
And they're all on the Church Historians Press website, but we have a book coming out just of 52. And so we include the discourse, and we include like an introduction and like information about the people who are there and where she's at. And we're doing a little exhibit in the Church History Library.
Cool.
And I got to write captions.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
But it's going to be 4
When does that open up?
March 2nd.
That, with the book? Okay, cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it's going to be so good.
Bless
Just
you.
in time for conference.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And March is Women's History Month.
Oh, perfect.
And the birthday of Relief Society.
Yeah.
So very cool. I'm looking forward to doing Under the Bonnet. I can't help it. You guys, big round of applause for Jenny. Thank you for being here.
Will this be like a monthly, like once a month kind of a thing?
Yeah, it's
Cool.
going to be so great.
Yeah.
And is the church pushing back, or they just need to
No,
go through
I just
the
have to get
process?
permission
Yeah.
because I work for the church.
Yeah, when you work for the church, they tell you, yes, you can. No,
Got
you
it.
cannot.
Yeah.
And I have permission from the Communications Strategies Department.
Cool.
So.
We're there. We're almost
fun.
there. So
Oh,
close.
we're so close.
Interesting to note, so this is the first time Jenny and I have talked a bunch. This is the first time Molly and I have ever met in person as well. That's kind of a fun aside, and several of us have been able to meet here tonight. We only have a couple more minutes before we wrap this thing up. Is there anything that anyone feels like, as we've celebrated this episode, we should have addressed, we've talked about? It doesn't have to be an Ask Me Anything. It can be a quick comment. We'll open it up for... We're not doing the second part of the book, Kurt. We're not doing it. Anything that people want to share? Coffee. Yeah, Taylor, come on over. Taylor, one chain. I want you to know he's committed to the one chain, everyone. That's been his sort of calling card on the show, and
I don't wear it all the time. Just
When
most
you're
of the
here.
time. Well, maybe it's better for the end, but I just want to say it now in case I don't get a
This
chance.
is the end.
This is the end.
Well, I mean, this is pretty much the end.
Okay.
How much more do you want? Jeez, I'm tired.
Like 3 more hours, right?
I haven't had cheese fries yet.
I just want. I don't know if people really appreciate what getting to 1,000 episodes is. What an accomplishment that is. I was looking at a statistic earlier. It says that 90% of podcasts out there in the world don't make it to 3 episodes. Of the podcasts that make it past 3 episodes, 90% don't make it past 20 episodes. And so, Richie, you really have gotten to a point of being in an incredibly small amount of podcasts that make it to 1,000. I don't even know what that number is. And first of all, it's thanks to so many people who love the Cultural Hall and have for years and listen and come here in person. Like, it is so awesome to see all of you guys here supporting us, supporting each other, the family that we have here. It's such a niche little thing that we have at the Cultural Hall. So I just wanted to give you like an extra special congratulations because it's truly an amazing accomplishment. It really is.
Oh, come on, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. I am not going to make a joke to get past emotion. Let me take a chance to be serious. There have been lots of times within doing this that I've thought, I just don't want to do this anymore, or to set it down, someone else can do it. And it is an honor, and I genuinely mean it as such, an honor to be able to, in some ways, I feel like act for voice in the interviews. What would people that are listening want to know? I love when people reflect that the Culture Hall is a place that they feel safe and comfortable, and that they feel like, sometimes there are emails that say, I feel like I can stay within the church, or you really helped me approach this thing that was really difficult for me. It is very meaningful to me that I've been given the privilege to be able to do it, and it's not missed that everyone, week in and week out spends time listening. Many of you spent, lots of money to be able to be here tonight, to travel. It's meaningful, and I'm grateful that you guys do it. I really appreciate it. So, from me to all of you, I hope you'll allow me to do that for all of you guys. Thank you. Now, something I realized I forgot. Matt, hurry up here real quick. Matt brought gifts. Matt, if you guys, my wife is here. It's a rare sighting of my wife, the Hargroder, out of her natural habitat. She's here. He made us both crosses because he is a craftsman, a woodsman, a carpenter.
I tinker.
Yeah, you got to get right up on the mic. But tell, this is for...
So it's in context. I call it garage art because it's not like something good enough for a home, but maybe for your garage. But anyway,
my brand new garage that I'm moving into in 2 weeks.
It was, even though you're homeless, you could put it in your tent. Whatever.
My son
let's
kicked
have
me out.
Molly
No.
do hers first. I figured. What size does that remind you of? What
A
is that?
crumble cookie box.
Okay, it's exactly.
That's exactly what it is. I love it. Oh my gosh. That is so cool.
So, made you
it's
a
a
cookie.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
And it says, what does it say on the top?
Molly the Ash, making life a little sweeter.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Oh, I love it. This will not be in my garage. This will be on my bedside table. I love it so much. Thank you.
So garage art. Now I am really interested. Oh my gosh, this is huge. Verlin, the news wizard, and it's got a wizard's hat like Merlin's hat.
Yes.
On it. That is
I'm gonna
awesome.
have to I'll get Taylor next time. I didn't know he was going to be here.
This is not garage. This is going in my office and my new wall, and people are going to have to ask me what it is sitting behind me.
That's cool.
There's
That's
a few
awesome.
select people that have them. Kyle had a nice one, and it's fun. So I
Thank
enjoy
you
doing
so
it.
much.
I appreciate
I really
everything you guys
appreciate
put
it.
into it, the Culture Hall as well, and I'm going to die on this hill. Every episode Richie has done, without fail, someone has always said that is a great question, and I think Richie is one of the best interviewers. That
Yeah,
I've ever heard.
yeah.
Oh, thank you. All right, so a little business here. Our next live show, if you live in Arizona, it will be the 30th of March. I'll be down there for the Easter pageant at the Mesa Temple, right? It's outdoors?
Yep.
Going to be visiting with the pageant folks. Alan Collier, former guest, and Molly are helping coordinate studio space. People will be able to come. Al Fox Caraway, that'll be the first time that I'll ever have met her. She is down there. She's already committed to it. The former mayor of Mesa is committed as well. He's the one that was at the Democratic National Convention last year, a couple years ago. A couple other guests, so look forward to that, and we'll give you details of where that is and if you can join. The next show after that will be in like August, September in St. George. So if you're down in southern Utah and listen, and there are a few of us, probably something to do with the tabernacle down that way. So that's it. We hope this is going to be really embarrassing when no phones. No, you don't get a cheat. You have to do it from memory. We hope that this episode has nourished and strengthened your body. Also, this is harder because there's 4 of you guys, so one of you has to do the off the one. Go ahead.
And if you weren't healthy enough to listen this week, you'll be healthy enough to listen next week.
This is normally your part, so I don't know. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Just something cultural. It doesn't have to
Oh.
even be what I say.
Now I've lost.
Back in the day, we used to say, bless the sugar out of this crap.
Yeah.
You can say that.
Please bless the bless the foods to nourish and strengthen our bodies.
There it is.
Sorry. Bless the cookies.
Yeah.
And that when the time comes, you'll be able to travel home in safety.
In the meantime, can we all do this together? Go Tar Heels!
Chocolate
Cake Bites Podcast.
Debbie
Wanless.
Tiger with a U.
Chris at Alpine Lakes Travel. And Latter-day 3D Studios. We'll be saving a seat for you.
On the back row
of the Cultural Hall.
Save me a seat, it's sure to be neat. On the back row, we really gotta go on the Culture Hall show. Ow!
Thank you, everyone. The music gets added in post. Oh, yeah. Oh, we have music going the whole time.
And by the way, I have a ton more cookies, so if you want to take any for the road, please do.
Also, I want to do a picture with everyone, so if everyone would come down this way, I would love that very much. Yeah. Yep. Everybody, we're going to just do it real tight. Richard, you too, you're not getting out of it. Oh yeah. In front of the table, on the side, we're probably gonna have to. Sky! How about a big round of applause for Sky for killing it tonight? All right. Yeah, we're gonna have to get like this wide, and everybody come down this way. Cheers. Yeah, squish it. Like the photos we wish we could take during COVID. You guys sit down as we all get COVID. Just throw it. Nope. Pull a chair back and stand.
Sky's got Are you doing a selfie of all of us?
Come on. You gotta get tight in front. We gotta see if we can. Laps, baby.
Hold on.
Yes, and probably you're gonna need to back up a little bit. Sure, yeah.
Bring the grab it.
And your wife is darling.
Hey, you gotta be in it.
Put it.
Come on,
Go in it. Friendly.
Back it up so good, everybody.
Okay. Ready? Do 1, 2, 3.
Woo! Oh, yeah. I don't know what we're doing. All right, now we're going to do a cheering one. Sorry. You have to have a cheering one. Yes, a cheering one. Okay. You can press stop on that, Jeffrey.
The Lord Campbell spent 45 minutes like talking about like the centerpiece of the Christmas party, and then we say from the corner like someone's literally dying in the board right now. We can't get anyone else to talk about that.